Hello, everybody. It's been a while. Well, for me, it's been a while. So, yeah. It's the new month. Digimon month is over. For anyone wondering, I have not actually streamed all that long. But we got to do the Rising event now. And it's kind of quiet over here. Probably because everyone's done it already. Rising to the call. Of all the coincidences, you will hardly believe it, but I was just this very moment reminiscing of the time you lent me your strafe. A 12-month past. You see, I again find myself in pressing need of an adventurer's aid. Just as I did last Rising. Oh, if Ronnie Ronald were here. I thought to myself, and here you are. Well then, what do you say? Shall we clasp arms once more? Sure. My thanks. The matter is this. I've been approached by a lady named Ayoyo, who wishes to imprint her own inimitable mark upon the skies above Limsa Lamenta. I speak, of course, of the fireworks that illuminate these rising nights. Learning of my contribution to previous year's festival, she has enlisted me to her cause. I already have the ear of the organizing committee. However, Lady Ayoyo has expressed a strong desire to consult with a storied adventurer before finalizing her proposal. Come to the Yellow Jackets guardhouse at the base of Coral Tower, and I will introduce you. What? Oh. You want me to go to the Marauders Guild? In other words. Oh, wait, they said the base. Lady Ayoyo, one story adventurer as promised. Blessing of the 12 upon ye, names Ayoyo Cannoneer First Class with the Yellow Jackets. So it's an honor to have you on board. Did I mention that it is the Yellow Jackets who are in charge of this year's festivities? Not only in decorating of these fair lamenting streets, but in designing and constructing the fireworks that brighten the skies above them. Lady Ayoyo here is quite the savant in all matters incendiary and explosive, and so it is fallen upon from her to formulate a plan for the display crowning glory. Me and the other lads and lasses of the cannoneers whipped up a load of lovely little drakes, snakes, and devils for the Moonfire Fairy. Not more of the same ain't going to cut it for the Rising. Because it's all about remembering those we lost in the calamity, ain't it? Them and their desire Them and theirs deserve something a mite spectacular, specialer than a bunch of old bangers. An abnormal sentiment. I'm sure it would not do for our ode to such, oh my god, pardon it, memories to be aught less than memorable. Let us make this year's rising one that the citizens of this fair realm will not soon forget. Took the words right out of my mouth, dearie. Thing is, having hardly set foot out of Linsa in all me days, I don't reckon I'm best placed to know what's going through the minds of the citizens of this fair realm. And so you would pick an adventurer's brains, one who has journeyed far and wide across this land we love and knows it and its people intimately. Yet, before we call upon your particular wisdom, mayhap it would behove us to seek out a wider range of opinions. Many and more look to the skies come rising night in the thoughts that run through their mind are no doubt as diverse. Let us learn them. Sounds like a plan. Mind if I join you, Yuri? Could do with learning some of these thoughts myself. Right then, it's best to start asking around. Some place, a lot of outsiders gather, I reckon. How about we meet in the Aetheroid Plaza down in the lower docks? No, let's not. It's terrible down there. Now, you two are so engaged. Allow me to continue our discussions with the organizing committee. I shall await you by the Aptocast. You see them light. You see them lights down, Huckler's Alley there? Decorations for the festivals, they are. Wait, where? Oh. There. And there. Every year when the streets are all decked out for the rising. Fills with, well, all kinds of feelings. Sorrow, pride, regret. But enough about me. You came here to find out how the other folks feel about it. Let's split up. Let's split up. Head down the alley and ask a few likely looking customers each. We're on a schedule here, so don't go asking every single soul you see. 4 or 5 should do. I'll meet you down by the ferry docks when you're done. Oh, bird. Oh, wow. Welcome, welcome. What may I interest you in this fine evening? Information was it? Well, if you very much know, the whizzing and banging that fills the air this season always takes me back to a time just before the calamity struck. A great festival was held to celebrate the reformation of the Grand Company. People in the streets were hooting and hollering, and setting off fire sprouts, and all the ships in the bay now beddocked in Maelstrom's colors let loose their cannons. It seems so foolish now, knowing what was soon to befall us, but all that noise served a purpose nonetheless, drowning out the fear that ever whispered in our ears. It is my firm belief that the rising fireworks serve the same purpose even now. They present a vision of loveliness, of togetherness. Now we might forget our fears and be given hope for a brighter future. Wait, what? Uh, mm, oh, it's okay. Found it here. The streets are full of life, the sky full of fire, and the westerly winds filling our seafarer sails as it does our hearts. I couldn't pick a better time to come home. You a sailor too, are you? Helping with the fire? She said, good on ye, lass. Lad. Why did I say lass? I have a few memories of back then, if you have an ear to hear them. I'm a merchant seaman, you see, always sailing hither and thither across the waves. Was just back from a trip to Razahan. Wait, what? Was just back from a trip to Razahan. So, you, when the calamity struck, everyone was looking up into the sky, and the Munson lantern hung low in it. Like most folks, I don't remember much of what happened in the days before or after it fell. Look at those faces, and that's what I love about the fireworks. You see the same faces looking up, but this time with a smile. Reminds you not only of the bad times, but how we got over them. It's still weird that somehow everyone during the events of the calamity have been completely erased from the minds of the people. They know something terrible happened. Okay? They know Dalamod fell from the sky and Bahamut got free. The problem is they don't exactly know the details of like what caused it, why it happened, and such. Like, there's vast amounts of details. Apparently, everybody has some have all at once forgotten. Anything I can do for you? I think it's explained what happened in the end, why they've forgotten. But it's like, I forgot. You're asking for people's thoughts on the rising fireworks. Heh. Would have thought a hero like you would have better things to do with your time, but I suppose that's what makes you a hero, eh? Helping people out, whichever way you can. And I'm like most people, I suppose. I think of those I lost, my parents most of all. I wonder if they're watching too. While I'm up at the bottom of the ethereal sea to see what all the crashing and banging is about. It's complicated, I suppose. I feel sad they're gone, but happy I'm not. And grateful to Banneron saving me and so many others. If they are watching, I hope they can see me too. See that I'm doing alright for myself, that they might sleep soundly for another 12 months. Um, ah, oh, did you see them too, man? You're involved with the fireworks and want to know what I think of them? Well, just now I was wondering if they could be seen from far out in the offing, do you know? I see the reason I asked is that my husband is out there now. He's meant to be back by a rising night, but it seems the tide didn't turn in his favor. He was looking so forward to the fireworks. I do hope that he can see them from where he is, and we can share them together no matter how far apart we might be. This is my only request to you, that you make the finale as bright and boisterous as you can, that all those who cannot be together this rising might still share in its message. We're gonna need a bigger, we're gonna need to make a bigger explosion. Hmm? Yeah. Sorry to keep you waiting, dearie. So what did you find out? Hmm. Hmm. Same here. Was half expecting them to just look like looking at the pretty lights, but it seems the feeling runs a lot deeper than that. The memories of the calamity still sit heavy on their hearts, but the rising fireworks got some way to lifting that weight. So, any idea for the grand display? What kind of thing do you reckon will help lift those spirits the most? Mhm. Something that gives people hope for the future. Hope for the future, eh? That ain't a bad idea. Reminding folk that however dark that night, the night dawn is just around the corner. The rising ain't just that. Morning. About mourning those we lost, after all. It's about remembering the struggles of those who survived to steer us to a brighter future. That's it. But it needs this rising. Ship's cannons. A departure salute. Not just for the fallen, for those setting sail for unknown shores. A vision of the past and of the future. Armada. Uh, 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 old bleeding armada filling Galleon Bay, lighting up the very heavens. Who wouldn't want to watch that? That's settled then. The minstrel's gonna love it. He's said to be up by the Aft Castle. Right? I'll see you there. What's that? This can't be it, can it? Pottery bursting with inspiration, I take it. Mm-hmm. I see. A traditional seafaring salute. Not only to the memories of the fallen, but to the future fortune of those who follow in their wake. A most fitting proposal, I'm sure. Thanks to the both of you, but our work ain't done yet. There's a lot that needs sorting out before I can put this idea to action. So much to do, so little time. You wouldn't mind helping us a little longer, dearie? If you put ever in your let me know when you've got your loins good and ready. Oh, okay, so there is a second one. We who are about to set sail salute you. Right then, let's get started, shall we, dear? The plan is we're going to line up a whole fleet of ships across the bay and have them fire a broadside into the sky. But before we go about finding our fleet, we need to get the plan approved by the organizing committee. And that means convincing Commander Raiden. I'll take the lead, but I ain't exactly got the silverest tongue. Not much experience nobbling with the higher-ups. If you two see me struggling, put in a word, won't you? Of course, but like, your cause is ours. I hate when me tears. Handed into the Quora. Well, they should do it. If it has to do relate to the rising of all events. Last I had the privilege of meeting with the commandeer. Commodore was around the time of the calamity. I had been arrested for conspiracy to incite rebellion. Naturally, a misunderstanding. Some other scurious soul had been singing songs of sedation. If not for Raynor and his relentless pursuit of the truth, I might still be lingering in the brig. He is a shrewd investigator who will brook no equivation. Shall we then? Oh. What? Well. Wanting to make the Rising display special, I could find the sheer scale of this proposal is beyond anything I imagined. Yo, did I remind you that the first duty of the Yellow Jackets is keeping up the peace? Filling the bay with ships will not only disturb the daily workings of the harbor, but assure to foment agitation among the commons. Knowing this, do you still mean to preserve with this outlandish plan? I mean, as long as you let everybody know what you're doing, it's like, yeah, this is for the event, and it's like, I do, Commander. Every limited heart, every Azorzian heart, still bears the scars of the calamity. All that loss, that hardship, that struggle, it cuts deep. But the Rising ain't just about looking to the past; it's about looking to the future too. And And if it's our duty to watch over folk, keep them on the straight and narrow, like, I reckon it's our duty to see them off on another year's journey too. I accept your intentions are pure, but what of the logistics? You have a plan as to who exactly will be providing and paying for this fleet of yours? We're going to petition the Maelstrom for the flagship, and the rest of them from the blank sails. Of course, one is wont to forget that those buccaneering souls remain bound to serve the Maelstrom in time of necessity. Lady Ayaya would have us parley with the three great pirate captains to remind them of their civic duty, it seems. Aye, that's right. The pirates answered the Admiral's call back when the moon was falling. Fought and died at Carthano, the same as the rest of us. When they hear about our plan to salute all those who fell, and all those who didn't, I don't doubt they'll answer the call again. I wish you all the luck in the world in recruiting those rogues to your cause. You shall need it. Well then, allow me to arrange the parley. Should you succeed in this feat, consider all of my remaining doubts answered. Hmm. I bid you remember that you go to speak with pirates, lawless marauders all. Pray that you do not say aught to offend them. At least we find ourselves with a mutiny on our hands. I shall have the Maelstrom summon the leaders of the three factions to the anchor yard. Pray go there and complete your preparations. Cheers for sticking with me, lads. I hope I can count on your support in the next set of negotiations and all. Of course, my lady Alice. I fear the captains. Those far-famed Scrooges of the Sea will provide rather less biddable partners than Commodore Raynor did, while Roshan of the Sanguine Sirens may be swayed by emotion. Carvelin, the Kraken's arms, is a much more mercenary mind. The executioners, meanwhile, value honor and glory above all else. Is there not aught that unifies them? It is a zealous spirit. Let us argue with passion, that we might inflame theirs. If it is passion you're after, I've got that in bleeding bucketfuls. But I need you two to jump in again, because my tongue decides to tie itself in a half-inch. Just say the first thing that comes into your heads, and I'll pick up after. Dearies, let's head on over to the anchor yard and get our lay started. Yeah, let's get started because I gotta get stuff done today. It's been a bad first week of this month of September, I'll be honest. And it ain't gonna get any better. As of um as of the recording of this, which is like which is like Thursday the 5th of this month. The Monday is it Monday? When's the 10th? No, Tuesday, the 10th. I got a dentist appointment finally. I've got like I've been having problems with my teeth for a few years now, and after all that talk about going to get surgery done on them, which ended up failing, I wasn't even able to go to the surgery. I finally was able to call in somewhere, and they're gonna be examining my the teeth that need to be worked on and such. We're trying again to get the issue resolved. But it's gonna be a chaotic month most likely, because I'm gonna tell them it's like I want this done as soon as possible, and if they could squeeze it in into during this month, I'm going to take that chance. Like, thanks for coming. The reason why we asked you here is the Maelstrom summons laid it out for us loud and clear. You want us to help with the rising fireworks. And the answer is no. When my sirens fire a broadside, it's to send our enemies to the bottom of the briny. Not to paint pretty pictures of the sky for drylanders to gawp at. We better things to do doing with our time. It is a rare occurrence, to be sure, but I find that my opinion aligns with my friends. Our time is precious, as I'm sure is yours. To draw these discussions to a close, I shall put it bluntly. I see no profit in this endeavor. For myself and my men, there is anything else. No profit. How sad that the Grandmother should lose his nose for coin. He would put the Admiral and the jackets in your debt. No profit. How sad. I did not come here to be insulted. If you know of a method by which the Krakens might stand to gain from the that I do not, then state it, or else hold your tongue, or better yet, allow me to hold it for you. The sheer scale, the spectacle we propose would no doubt draw all the lords and ladies of the realm to gather in the city. Personages of high renown and deep pockets. Aye, and if they saw you lot working and in with the Maelstrom, it do wonders for your public image. Folks who normally wouldn't touch a pirate when a barge pole would be queuing up to do business with you. I do believe you have a point. Poorly phrased though it might be, to win legitimate business, one must project the image of a legitimate businessman. Sod your image. Not anyone who's too lily-livered to trade with us. They can stick their barnacle up their backside. What's in it for the sirens? Oh. If you won't consider them customers, consider them quarry. Yeah, let's stay away from the weird, the personal stuff. We do realize our day of pillaging every ship we see in our ongoing quarry mine. These sirens are all about pirating life, though, eh? You run When arms is for the sick and injured, and those with child keep themselves busy with odd jobs such as come their way. Them's your hunters, and the folk who've drawn to the city to see the grand display you're carrying. I see where you're going with this. Get the girls to set up stalls selling food and grog, and the like, and they'd make a killing provided they had all the right permits from the Yellow Jackets. Sure, you. Maybe I can lend them and lend him. You would say the best way to a man's heart is through his stomach. What of the executioners? There is no dishonor in linking arms with animal men. Surely. You Yellow Jacket, I want you to tell me one thing and tell it true. This is Limsa Lamensa, port in all the realm. You could find this fleet of yours without our help. You come for it. Why? Because I reckon you're the ones who need the rising most. The Black Sails only came together because of Cardinal. You could have upped anchor and sailed off into the sunset, but no. You fought like demons on those cursed flats. Made heroes of yourselves and martyrs. The way I see it, 'tis only right that those that lost the most when they stood to gain the least, to be the ones to fire the salute to the departed. And a salute to the departing too. The calamity changed the lives of you pirates more than anyone. If anyone should be celebrating new beginnings, it's those whose new beginnings already begun. So that's all for your own good. I'm heading back to Anissa. Send word when you've hammered out the details of this display of yours. We'll see what we can do. Aye, Captain. Can't rightly say no to you now, can I? We lost a lot of good people back in Cardinal. Let's send them off with a bloody great bang. I will join you two on one condition, that in your reminiscence of trauma past, you do not make a shameful spectacle of yourself. Pray do not force me to restrain you again. I never forced you to do nothing. Y'all keep your hands off me if you want to keep yours, your rainy bastard. Quite the fragile flower, isn't she? Well then, I bid you adieu. My ships will not ready themselves. I love the fact that there's actually fireworks happening. And breathe. God, I was so nervous I could hardly speak. Thanks so much for chipping in when you did. Whoa. Could have never gotten No more on our side without you. Right. Then, time to put the finishing touches to this old plan of mine. It's gonna be wonderful. I just know it. Oh, about your award. I've given it to the minister. You can grab it from them. And to new beginnings, lad. May the navigator's breath ever fill your sails. Ah, you did a great service, my friend, both for Lady Ayala and for all those who love the Rising, myself included. For that, I shall ever be grateful. I expect it shall be some hours before preparations for the grand finale. I hope we can wait together. Yay! And now, we get a message from Yoshi P. That's all the Rising is. Every year, it's just him. In the end, it's just Yoshi P giving the player a message that says, "Thank you for playing our game," and such. Oh, wait. Would you care to hear a verse that has lately come to me? It's a song of celebration and encouragement for all those who sailed for unknown shores. Pray lend me your ears. We're not singing here. Wow. Greetings, warriors. Warrior of Light is back. Is it a world that exists outside your reality? Could it be a dream? A flight of fancy conjured by your weary mind? Perhaps, or perhaps not. It's a pleasure to meet you again, as I have in the past. I have beckoned you here that I might express my gratitude. The road we have walked has been long and winding, full of perils and pitfalls, but we have enjoyed every step in your company. We hope that you feel the same about this last great leap. With every adventure we undertake, the longer the legacy we leave behind us. Yet a lengthy history needs not mean a foreshortened future. Many adventures await you. We shall continue to chart a course into the great unknown, one that takes in all the diverse wonders this wide world has to offer, that your legacy may grow ever greater. To be certain, it would be a less trying task to sleepwalk ever onward down the same well-furnished path, yet to venture down the paths untrodden, believing in the bright and glorious future that lies beyond them, is by far the most rewarding. This is the gift that we wish to deliver unto you, the gift of adventure. As we pray, with all our hearts, that you will continue to walk with us. We thank you for joining us on this adventure, on this journey, here, there, heretofore, and hereafter. Now, the time has come for this vision to end. Time for your eyes to open from this waking dream. One cannot, one cannot know what fills the hearts and minds of those who look to the sky this rising night. Perhaps you and I will see very different images in those explosions of light and color. But one thing I know for certain, that right here, that right here, right now, we look to the same sky. And though paths that lay ahead of us may lead in very different directions, sometimes someplace they shall cross again. Uh, it's almost time for the display to begin. The consummation not only of our labors, but of the thoughts and prayers of the people of this fair city. A salute for the departed, and for those who set sail into unknown waters. Many adventures yet await you, my friend. May the navigator's breath ever fill your sails. Oh. From eastern sea to eastern sky, the sacred sun ascends, and voices stir of wind of waves, of ropes of sails of friends, who like the golden light of dawn that streams across the sky, set sunlit sail for foreign lands, Jim follow thee. Her journey done, so sinks the sun below the western waves, of memories stir, of friends of yore, asleep in watery graves. Ah, let not our voices in, raised in song disturb your endless sleep, but join us in our chorus, and you dream among the deep. An expert from an ancient mariner's song, a prayer for the safe return of those who sail over the far horizon, for the peace of those who sleep beneath those same eternal waves. It concludes with a wish that the voices of those whose spirits are stirred in anticipation of new adventure reach the ears of those whose adventures ended too soon, that they might be united as one, a fitting sentiment for the rising new things. And so I offer you my own health-heart wish, that ever, even should your adventures carry you beyond the far-flung horizon of this wide world, you should meet once more in a 12 month's time, up at this to the same sky together. And there it is. That honestly took a while. I've unlocked the toy chest. Open the toy chest if I play minigames. What? Been seen with the anchor yard rising. Do the same and you might be greeted with an unexpected encounter. Huh? What's this? Huh. You hear footsteps approaching. You turn and see Admiral himself. An explorer in his base. Aw. Hey, I have to. I knew it was you. I could tell it from your bearing. Forgive me. It gladdens me that our paths should cross again, of course. And yet I find myself lost for words. And you? Well, what brings you here? Is that so? I should have known it. It's very much like you to help others fulfill their dreams. To bring life and light to the world. I always like festivals, as did all my brethren, though the celebrations have taken diverse forms over the years. All brought smiles to the faces of our children, and in turn us. Though it was our custom, nay, our duty to watch over you from the phantom realm, one among us was so drawn to the music and the merrymaking that he adopted a mortal form that he might join you in revelry. And every festival is imbued the hopes and dreams of mortal man. You implore the gods to listen to your pleas, and they hear you. They still do. So, apparently, I don't think you can see this scene unless you have this complete. The, Myth of the 12 Alliance raid done. Which is Endwalker's, till next our path should cross. Yeah. Okay, there's another one I want to see. I'm not gonna go through them all, but I want to say that we haven't seen. Ronald, this is a coincidence. Werner was just telling me of the role you played in putting the display together. I'm sure all those who gathered in my city to witness it were as moved as I. A salute to all those who set sail for new adventures. It shall surely resound in their hearts, and give them strength and courage in the year to come. And a salute to the fallen too, was it not? Many more lost their lives on the fields of Carthano. The men and women of the Black Sails chief among them. I thank you for giving those who survived this chance to put their grief to more productive ends. I thank you for giving the celebrations an unmistakable touch of salt, too. This year's rising was not merely in Limsa, but of her. I look forward to seeing how future host cities follow our example. But for now, let us focus on the present. I'm sure I have kept you from your business for far too long already. I must return to mine. I must offer my prayer to Lemian, be on my way. Fare you well, Ronald. I wish you safe voyages for the year to come. May the navigator's breath ever fill your sails. So that's supposed to be one of the 12, I think. Yeah, that's what this is, if I'm right. Yeah, but yep, there's the symbol. That's they call them. For those who don't, I think the only way you would know is this is the god that when you fight them, if you try to dote on them, don't instantly stop everything they're doing and whack you in the head with their weapon. End the fight. Pretty much. A lot of water going on. It's in think it's during the third? Yeah, the third alliance raid. Oh, by the way, I almost lost my house. It was in the process of being in auto demolition um phase. But yeah, that's it for now. Yeah, we're done. Time to go back to the rock and stand with it. Alright, that's it for now. Oh, and brushed up file. There we go. Oh. This is done. Woman designing prowls like this, with the hood of her drawn back to reveal her precious earring. She exudes a spirit of adventure and discovery. What's the hidden message? I'm eager to put my pictomancy to the proof. I have to unlock that, which is probably going to happen sometime this month. I do want to work on pictomancy and see what it looks like. Apparently, it's broken.